Good morning, children. Welcome to our next class. In last class, you learned about the digestion in our mouth and how teeth are helping for digestion, how teeth are helping to chew the food, and what are the different types of teeth, how they are helping us, you learned. So, in today's class, the other part which is present in our mouth and it's helping us to taste the food. Whenever your mummy gives any hot thing or cool thing or very spicy things, these all you are able to identify or knowing the taste of it. How? How is it possible? How actually, which part of our mouth giving this taste to us? That is nothing but our tongue. Because of our tongue, we are able to know the taste of the food. So, in today's class, we are going to learn about the tongue and taste buds. Due to the presence of taste buds present on tongue, we are able to know the taste of the food. So, a healthy person will have approximately 10,000 taste buds. 10,000 taste buds. See how this food item is moving, burger is moving on your tongue. This is the tongue picture. What you are seeing, this is the tongue picture. You are able to see how this taste buds are responding. So, approximately 10,000 taste buds present on our tongue. These taste buds are present all over the tongue. All over the tongue, you can see the taste buds. Okay, but all the taste buds are not responding at a time. Knowing the taste, this ability approximately are present. Some taste we can understand or we will come to know by using the taste buds present at the tip of the tongue. Some taste buds present at the edges of the tongue. To understand that, we'll do one small activity. Before going to the activity, you can also see how these taste buds are connected. One side they are connected to the brain. So the nerve cells are connected and the other side it's responding. How the taste is giving out. So these are the locations of taste buds in our mouth. Now we will see, children, we'll do a small activity to understand how these taste buds are helping us where they are present. To understand the location of taste buds, you can do one small activity, that is make the solutions of different food items like lemon juice. You keep it in a small injection bottle or a small bowl you take. In that, take lemon juice, one bowl, few drops of lemon juice you take, and another bowl you take some sweet, make a sweet solution, and another bowl you take salt solution. And bitter gourd, you squeeze the bitter gourd and few drops of bitter gourd solution take in another bowl, and few earbuds you keep it ready. Now ask your friend, keep your tongue outside and ask your friend to dip one earbud in any one of the prepared solution and ask him to present or locate on your tongue, and he should not reveal that what solution he has taken with the help of earbud. Then you keep that earbud in different places of the tongue. How it is shown like that, any area, back of the tongue or front is a part of the tongue or tip of the tongue or at the back of the tongue. Suppose your friend has dipped the earbud in sweet solution. Then that earbud, if he brings inside or on your tongue, when he placed that sweet earbud at the edge of the tongue, you couldn't get any taste at all. And if he placed that sweet earbud near the edge of the tongue, even there also you cannot find any taste. When he keep the same sugar tasted earbud at the tip of the tongue, then you can find out or you will get the taste of sweet. That means sweet taste buds are located at the tip of the tongue. Sweet taste buds are located at the tip of the tongue. And ask your friend to dip the another earbud. Don't use the same earbud for all the solutions. Ask him to take the another earbud and tell him to dip in any solution and ask him to place it on your tongue. He should not reveal the solution what he has taken. And in this way you try with all the different types of solutions what you have prepared. Finally you will get the taste in different areas, in different regions of your tongue. For example, the salty taste you will get at the front side of front edges of the tongue. Front edges, both the sides, front edges of the tongue, you will get salty taste. Front edges. Now back edges of the tongue, back edges of your tongue, you will get the sour taste. And at the another end, back of your tongue, not the edges, totally at the back of your tongue, you will get the bitter taste. So the bitter taste bud, the earbud which you dipped in the bitter solution, bitter gourd solution, if you keep that earbud at the tip of your tongue, you won't feel bitterness at all. If he plays at the front edge of the tongue also, won't give any taste. Where the bitter taste buds are present, when you place it there, then only you will come to know the bitter solution, bitter taste. Understood, children? So in this way there are different taste buds present on our tongue. Approximately 10,000 taste buds are there. Due to this we are finding taste, we are enjoying the taste of food. Otherwise, recently in pandemic time, this is one of the sign for the patients who affected. They lost their taste and smell. That means their taste buds are not working properly. They lost the taste. When we lost the taste, we won't enjoy our food. Definitely it goes inside and the digestion process is taking place, but it won't give the happiness for us, as we won't feel that we ate our food. So you remember the places: sweet taste at the tip of the tongue, and salt taste at the front sides of the tongue, and sour taste at the back sides of the tongue, and bitter taste at the totally at the edge of the tongue, back edge of the tongue. So these are the different regions for different taste, and this is one of the important thing to remember in nutrition in animals lesson, children. Now we will see what is the another part in our mouth. What is the next part located in our mouth? In our mouth there are different parts, and you learned about teeth. You just now learned about the tongue, and now we will see the another part, that is a liquidy part always secreted in mouth. This liquid part is known as saliva. The liquid part which is released from our mouth is known as saliva. So this saliva is released from salivary glands. Saliva is released from salivary glands. So you can see a sharp pen-like structure which is pointing towards this area is the location of salivary gland. 3 different salivary glands present in our body. One is near to the ear, one is above, where I am showing. This point shows that where the salivary gland is present. So these 3 salivary glands are submaxillary, sublingual and parotid glands. This you will read clearly in class 10, their locations. Now you understand that there are 3 different types of salivary glands present in our body, and they are helping to secrete the saliva in our mouth. So this saliva, tongue and teeth together help for chewing the food and make the food into like bolus. We make about 1.5 liters of saliva a day. So it helps to make the food into a slippery, a semi-liquid type of bolus is made with the help of this saliva. This teeth, tongue and saliva change the chewed food into soft mass called bolus. So this food is finally changed into like bolus in our mouth. Bolus is nothing but soft mass of food. It's a soft mass. How it became very soft? Because of the teeth. Teeth helped for chewing the food and saliva helped for mixing that food, and also saliva is having an enzyme called as ptyalin enzyme. It also has an enzyme in it known as ptyalin. So this ptyalin enzyme means that which helps, enzymes are biochemical catalysts which can make that substances into simpler substances, helps for digestion. They are biochemical catalysts. Enzymes are biochemical catalysts, participate in the reactions taking place in the body without undergoing any change themselves. Enzyme will never change, only it is a secretion. Enzymes are only secretions. So enzymes are the secretions. They are the biochemicals. They secrete. Enzyme is a biochemical. They are secreted from glands. Like saliva is an enzyme. It is secreted from salivary glands. Just now I told you. So the glands are secreting the enzymes. Enzymes are biochemical catalysts. They help to make the complex food, to change the complex food into simple food. So the reactions, some chemical reactions are taking place in the food with the help of these enzymes. So enzymes are biochemical catalysts which helps in digestion. So in our mouth, saliva is secreted from salivary glands. So this saliva is also having an enzyme called as ptyalin enzyme. Saliva has an enzyme known as ptyalin enzyme. So this ptyalin enzyme is taking an important role to break down the starch into simple sugars. It is converting starch into simple sugars. They are converting starch into simple sugar. So starch is present in carbohydratic food. You know this very well. In lower classes you learnt that the carbohydrates contain two types of sugars, that is they are having starch. You also did the to identify the starch presentation, you also done an activity by using iodine. So this starch present in ptyalin enzyme. Ptyalin enzyme is secreted from saliva. Saliva is secreted from salivary glands. So this ptyalin enzyme is helping to convert starch into sugars. Understood, children? How can we say either really saliva is changing the starch food into sugars or not? To identify, you can do one more small activity here. You need to do here, what you are supposed to do is, yes, this activity gives you idea about digestive action of saliva, action of saliva on starch, action of saliva on starch. So to understand this, you can do this experiment. What you are supposed to do here is, saliva action you are knowing, children, here, how saliva is acting on carbohydrate food, especially on starch, how it is converting the starch into sugar. You can understand by doing this simple activity. You need 2 test tubes. If you are not having 2 test tubes, you can even take the beakers, 2 beakers, or right now you are at home, so you can use the glasses also for doing this experiment. And you name these 2 beakers as beaker A and beaker B, and take take half a spoon of boiled and mashed potato in test tube A. In test tube A, you can take one boiled and mash it, make it smooth, and or else you can take even chapati pieces or even rice also, and add 3-4 and butter. You don't forget to mash that, and add 3-4 ml of water to make its solution. After mashing it, add the water so that you can make the solution of the mashed potato solution is ready in beaker B. And now add 2 to 3 drops of iodine to it. So here mashed potato, and you added water, you made the solution of mashed potato, and you add some iodine drops to this. What happens? You know that when you add iodine to the potato, it shows blue black color, dark blue black color. When it is showing this color, this shows that the given solution contains starch. This color indicates that the given solution contains starch. The given food item has starch in it. And in the another test tube, what you do, you take half a spoon of boiled and mashed potato which has been chewed for at least 5 minutes. Here only boiled and mashed potato. In beaker B, you boil it and you chew that boiled potato at least for 5 minutes. And then you spit into this beaker and add some water and make the solution of chewed potato. And then add 3-4 drops of iodine to this solution too. Are you finding any change? Dark blue color is appearing in this. It is not changing to the blue black color. When it is not changing blue black color, this indicates that there is no starch here. That means the starch is converted like into simple sugar. So this activity explains you that how ptyalin enzyme is acting on carbohydrate food and how it is converting starch into simple sugar. You can understand by this activity, children. So in today's class we did 2 experiments, 2 activities. One is to identify the location of taste buds on tongue, and the other one is to identify the action of saliva on starch food items. So these 2 activities, neatly write it in your classwork by giving all the side headings like aim of the activity, the materials needed, the procedure, and finally what you observed and what you concluded from this experiment. Clearly you mention it and write these 2 activities and send me the pics, children. In coming class, we'll discuss about the next parts which involves in the digestion. Thank you.